What the hell are you doing here?
I didn't realise you were actually going to move out.
That's what a separation is, Carl.
You and Lydia are my world.
Mum, I'm going to be late.
Hello, Josephine.
Lewis. Helena Chatterjee, my associate. Lewis Hughes, my...
Greatest admirer. Chambers have become available on my floor. You'd be doing what you love.
I am doing what I love. I'm helping people who need me.
We could start over.
I've got no income, and the fire insurance payout will take forever. I can't pay you.
You don't have to go after high-end work all the time. You can still help the odd desperado.
Welcome to Knoxville, student. Thank you.
Come meet the Grand Poobah.
You said she hasn't run a case in 15 years.
This will be the shortest return to the bar in the history of the bar.
They are shut like a clam. No more washing.
It's a dump.
But just imagine. Chatterjee and Chatterjee, solicitors.
Is this legal to have a solicitor's office in the basement of barristers' chambers?
Well, you know, it's not illegal. And if anyone gives us any trouble...
I'll deal with them.
No, we'll take him to court.
Cheers. That should do the trick. Oi, you ready?
Yeah, good, Cal.
All right, folks, let's go. Let's save some fairy possums. Pants on. Lids. Coffee.
Instant coffee will kill you.
No, it's single origin from the foothills of, Daisy over there.
Do you really think all this is going to do anything?
I have a quaint and old-fashioned notion that many people in one place can make a difference.
Just do it all online. It's warmer.
Yeah, there's a word for that, you know, slacktivism.
Well, here I am, suffering for the cause.
Yeah, only because you had a maths exam.
Couldn't care less about the possums getting their habitat taken over by a luxury resort, even though my own habitat's looking pretty shaky right now.
Okay. I'll take it back. Was it a geography test?
Do you want me to take these photos or not?
Yes, please. All right, look, one of the minibus drivers said there's phone coverage at the top of that hill.
God.
Hey. Back for the group hug.
Okay.
Hey, sorry.
Gross.
Didn't think anyone else was around.
Yeah, well, you should have thought of that.
You, looking for phone coverage?
Trying to.
You're not one of those crazy protesters, are you?
Somewhere between the minister and his little mate, Laurie Trencherman, lost magically in the Kafkaesque corridors of Strategic Development Incorporated. Oh, and making welcome, folks, right on time. Cue the Darth Vader music. That's right, Laurie, we know who you are. We know this isn't the first time you've trampled over environmental concerns to build one of your monstrosities.
So, Lydia.
You did it in Westbrook, you did it in Shelton, and you did it in Noongard.
So, Mitch, do you drive this?
Yeah, sometimes.
Can I have a look?
Unfettered development. You are a dinosaur, and a meteor is on its way, pal.
You look good.
Yeah.
Laurie, how many luxury apartments are you going to cram onto just one little square of bushland? How many...
We should probably...
Oh, and in the spirit of compromise, you bring on the bulldozers. Nice, mate. Look out!
Just get more of them down, are you idiots?
Hey, come here. You okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think so.
same old faces. And we can head inside. If you want a snack at all, you let me know, okay? We've got the snack shack here. Like I said, this is going to get better. I know you do love your house garden, so I've got... No, if anyone can't help you, I certainly can, so,
Oh, sorry, it's stuck.
Thought you closed up shop.
I beg your pardon?
Just the basic wash, if you don't mind.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Won't
We're not.
need it till 5:30.
I'm sorry, you don't understand.
What was that?
I think he wants his car washed.
What type of car?
Is there a soap?
Mr. Whitley.
Lovely morning.
Oh, Eric. Eric.
Thought you might maybe come round tonight.
To your place?
Or not. I'm a single man at a long bloody last. We could get takeaway, maybe even a movie.
I really don't think that's a good idea.
Would you please get Henningsworth on the line for me?
Of course, Mr. Whitley.
Oh, and
It came back from the dry cleaners last night. It's on the back of your door.
Is there
There
a...
are receipts on your desk. Morning.
So they'll argue that the uncle overstepped the mark by approving the hormone treatment.
He was legal guardian at the time, wasn't he?
Well, exactly. Morning. Morning.
I've always felt like a girl. Like I was born in the wrong body. Like there's been some mistake. I kept thinking one day I'd wake up and everything would be fixed. That I'd finally be who I really am. But that never happened. And I had to pretend. I pretended to act like a boy for most of my life.
Okay. The history's great, but we have to demonstrate that you're fully cognizant of the consequences of the hormone treatment.
Tell your story in your own words, Sam, just like you did, and we'll look after everything else.
Is my dad coming to court?
Yes, and your mother? They're flying in today.
But I'll be there too. My brother is very traditional. He comes from a different world. But if he knew how unhappy Sam was, then maybe he could change his mind.
Don't worry, Sam. The court's job is to decide what's best for you, not what's best for your parents.
The parents will argue they only gave up guardianship so Sam could get access to school in Australia. It's good to see you've settled in. What does that smell?
Smoke damage. It's a miracle I managed to salvage anything. Well, as Sam's counsel, all I'm interested in is whether the parents have the right to stop the treatment now it's underway.
They'll argue that Sam doesn't need the treatment.
Oh, then they'll lose.
That's the spirit. That's why you're taking centre stage.
No, it's not. Why am I representing the child while you're taking the back seat with Uncle Jow?
What?
What? What's the real reason you want me in the limelight?
Perhaps I need your superior intellect.
Oh, no doubt. But there is an ulterior motive. Who's the judge?
Gloria Stokes.
A woman. What did you do?
You have such a low opinion of me.
No, I think you have a brilliant legal mind. But I also know it plays no part in your personal life.
Oh, I knew there was a downside of bringing you to Knox, apart from your general lack of organisation.
I'm highly organised. Catering, fitness program, career, mothering, it's all sorted.
Yeah, until you wash your hands.
Sorry to interrupt. I'm just checking. Your husband,
We're separated.
did you mention that he's some kind of environmental activist? Is that right?
Yeah.
This is just big business using
You
money.
have to watch that here.
It's the biggest television, and I thought it might be of interest.
Carl, mate. I was just thinking of you. Hey, look, I've got someone here who wants to have a word.
upstairs and leave downstairs to me.
I'm not here as a barrister. I'm bringing in a client.
Sorry, I'm confused.
Helena's going to handle everything. This doesn't need to go upstairs. Why aren't you at school? No. No. You didn't take Lydia with you.
I thought we weren't going to raise our voices in front of...
Can I have a word? In private?
Sure.
I had no idea.
We knew about the protest and she wanted to come to help.
So she just took the day off?
Yeah, well, it was a spontaneous decision.
What about school?
Josie, this is educational. Lydia cares about the issue. She was into it.
Oh, yeah, she's really into watching her dad get arrested.
No, I'll stop you there. I didn't get arrested.
What?
She did.
Lydia?
Yes. I am very sorry.
No,
You're between myself and the chemicals for cleaning.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. I hope your day is a good one.
The charge is criminal damage.
What does that mean? I'm not a criminal.
In order to make criminal damage stick, they need to prove intent. Were you invited into the cabin?
Sort of.
Sort of.
I'm sorry, okay? I didn't mean any of this.
Liz, it's okay. It's going to be fine. None of this is your fault.
Yes, it is. I wanted to go and now I've got Dad in trouble too.
The construction company's coming after me for the value of the car as the responsible adult.
How much?
Don't worry. It's all good. It's my problem.
Okay, right. Just one at a time. Let's just deal with the civil case separately. What kind of car are we talking about?
Yeah, Series 6 BMW. Well, something like 180 grand, brand new. I could find you a cheap one. I wouldn't count on service records.
Oh, no, never mind.
You stick to the Charger. Euro cars are for wankers.
Thanks, Johnny.
Why can't you defend me?
Because I'm your mum, and mothers can't defend, not in court, but you will have a barrister.
I thought you said Helena could handle this on her own.
That's before I knew Lydia was involved.
Well, Josie, it's okay to throw me to the
Well,
dogs.
you're used to it. You get arrested for a living.
Is that seriously what you think of my
Guys,
career?
this isn't helping.
She's absolutely right. Gonna give Lewis a call, ask him to come.
No, wait.
Does he know that you're moonlighting down here?
It's just that Helena is the one that should contact him first as a briefing solicitor. That's the protocol.
Lewis Hughes. You want me to ask for Lewis Hughes?
He knows you work for me at Newton's Legal. His clerk will say yes. Really, it's no big deal.
It's a very big deal. It's the biggest deal. All the groundwork, all the preparation. I've never briefed senior counsel before. I don't want to let you down.
When have you ever let me down?
There's always a first time.
Not today. Not ever. For Lydia.
For Lydia.
Oh, Helena, what will be a big deal is if Lewis finds out that Chatterjee is downstairs.
Why is that a problem?
It's just, it's a bad look. Whose car is that?
Some old dude from upstairs.
Should I be worried?
No, I'm not keeping it. He thought it was still a car wash.
Did he? That's good. I mean, it's useful for now. You clean enough cars, you can make some money.
What I need you to do is to tell me exactly what happened now. Don't leave out any detail, no matter how insignificant it may seem.
Like starting when?
From when you decided to take part in the protest.
Well, I didn't really decide. It was sort of decided for me.
Yes, yes, we can use
No,
that.
we can't. Dad thinks I'm an eco-warrior.
And you're not.
Only an accidental one.
Accidental is exactly what it is. If the prosecution think you intentionally made the front end loader roll down the hill, they will have to prove it.
Helena?
Yes?
How bad is this?
Mr. Hughes is a silk. He's had a lot of experience. Much more than anyone I've ever worked with before. My darling girl, I am going to prepare the best brief that Mr. Hughes has ever seen. I'm going to dot every I, cross every T, and we're going to kick their bottom.
I don't know which one I should wear to court.
Which one do you usually wear?
I started the year in this. Then 6 months ago, I changed to this.
And how did that feel?
I was so scared.
How were the other kids?
Not good. Sort of weird. But the principal said something at assembly. From then on, things got better.
So why did you keep the boys' uniform?
Mum and Dad came over from Malaysia to visit.
Okay. So, which one? Good choice. This is pretty.
My lucky charm.
This is going to be hard, but try not to worry about your father.
I'm all right.
You can come through. Just keep.
I'll be right behind you. Edgeworth Hughes. Well, this should be interesting.
It should. Especially after Judge Driscoll's farewell.
What was that about?
No idea.
This is an application for court authorisation to continue stage 1 treatment for gender dysphoria for a child, Sam Chen, who is now 13 years old. The court must authorise this treatment as there is a dispute about its need between the child's parents, the child's uncle, who is the first named applicant, and the child, who is seeking the treatment. In Sam's interest, let's keep things civil. Mr. Hughes, it's been some time since you've appeared in my court.
I appear for the applicant Zhao Chen, the child's uncle.
I appear for the child, Sam.
And I appear for the respondent parents, Gang and Ying Chen, who've travelled from their home in Malaysia. Imagine their shock, Your Honour, when they received an online newsletter from their son's school just a few short months ago with a photograph of the girls' volleyball team, and there, to their utter amazement, was Sam.
Your Honour, my learned friend seems to have a problem with premature rhetoric.
Not an issue for you, I'm sure, Mr. Hughes. You'll have plenty of opportunity to embroider later, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's just start at the beginning.
Basic wash? Or I could do you a good deal on full detailing.
I'm looking for Chatterjee and Chatterjee.
Are you after a lawyer?
The note I received said it was in the basement next to the lift.
Yeah, it's right through there. Do you have an appointment?
I thought you washed cars.
Oh, I do both. I'm an entrepreneur. Sorry, I didn't catch your name.
I didn't give it. My name is Sky Stewart. I'm with United Trustees Insurance. I'm looking into the claim against your client, Callum Docker.
$197,000.
The car has been declared a write-off due to criminal damage, so full replacement value will be sought.
Oh, that's bullshit. Typical insurance company. You get some sucker to pay the full value, then you sell off the wreck, they pay you, then it turns out it's not a write-off after all. They knock out a few dents and sell it.
Looks like more than a few dents. I'm about to head out to the incident site, so I can send you more detailed photos.
Oh, what are you, like an investigator?
I look into our claims, yes.
Well, I do all the investigating around here. And I'll be taking my own photographs.
My client's position is simple. Sam is a girl, and Sam has always been a girl. But through an error of biology, she's found herself living in a boy's body. She was diagnosed with gender dysphoria over 8 months ago. She's lived the requisite 6 months as a girl before starting treatment to suppress the onset of puberty. The court has the psychiatrist's report confirming that diagnosis.
Yes, Your Honour, but somebody forgot to notify the parents.
However, Mr. Hughes's client was the legal guardian at the relevant time, Mr. Edgeworth.
I seek leave to call Sam. How long have you felt like a girl?
For as long as I can remember.
Well, how far back are we talking? When you were 10 or 8?
4 or 5, when we were living in China.
Do you remember a particular time when you felt like a girl?
When Mum let me wear her cheongsams. They were packed away at the top of the cupboard, but for Spring Festival, she'd bring them down.
She let you try on her dresses?
You say you can remember back to being a child of 4 or perhaps 5 back in China.
Yes.
All right, let's see if I can ask you to remember some more recent events. When did you first learn about gender dysphoria?
I don't remember. It's just what I have.
Okay. And when did your uncle first take you to the doctor? That was 8 months ago?
Yes.
And that doctor referred you to the gender clinic, is that correct?
Yes.
And then the clinic encouraged you to see your problem as gender dysphoria.
Yes, they helped me to understand.
And the clinic recommended hormone treatment.
Yes.
Now, tell me, that first doctor, was he a friend of your uncle's?
He's a psychiatrist.
But is he your uncle's friend?
He used to live next door.
So your uncle sent you to a friend who sent you to the gender clinic who recommended hormone treatment that your uncle approved of by signing the forms?
Yes, but he didn't at first. I had to beg him.
Thank you, Sam.
The reason why I was sent to the doctor in the first place wasn't about being a girl. It was because I wanted to hurt myself. And that's when I was sent to the psychiatrist, and he wanted to know what was wrong.
Yes, thank you.
And my uncle only signed the forms because I begged him to.
Thank you, Sam. Your Honour, I seek to cross-examine Dr. Christou.
Your Honour, a detailed report has been tabled. There's a clear and unequivocal diagnosis of gender dysphoria.
And I seek clarification on a few minor points.
The court will organise a time for Dr. Christou to appear.
Chassis's fine. I know people who can fix this. Easy. Your company's seriously going to try and get 200 grand off a 15-year-old girl.
No, they're going after her father.
Same thing, that's pretty low.
Just doing my job.
Yeah, some job. Insurance companies, they're all in the blame business.
Uh-huh.
And you're their stooge.
Yep. Really? I think you've got a focus problem there.
Johnny.
You better not be taking a picture of my ass.
Nah.
So this is where the front-end loader was parked?
Right here.
I need to see some building plans.
What for?
My company told me you would cooperate fully. If that isn't the case, let me know now and I can make some phone calls.
They're all in the side office. You people do my head in. So that's it? Are we done?
Unless my fellow investigator has any questions.
I'm good.
Then we're good.
Mrs. Chen, you say you have no memory of helping Sam to dress in your cheongsams.
Perhaps once or twice he wore them. When they're very young, all children love to dress up. But I never help him.
So Sam's lying?
No. He just not remember clearly. He was so little then.
Where did you keep them?
In a chest on top of the bedroom cupboard.
Locked away, I hope.
Your Honour, where is this going?
Mrs. Chen?
Yes, with a brass key I keep safe.
So this locked chest would have been impossible for Sam to open, given that she was so young and so little as you've described, even if she was able to climb up into the high cupboard.
Perhaps.
So are you sure that you didn't assist Sam, Mrs. Chen? Because you knew that it made her so happy to wear your cheongsams.
It was just dressing up, nothing more.
Thank you, Mrs. Chen.
I love my son. Everything I've ever done has been only thinking of him living a better life. And now what is his future if he does this? Zhao, talk to him. Make him see sense. Tell him this is all you're doing.
Please, Mr. Chen.
This is all your fault. You did this to shame me, to drag our name through the mud. Here, across the ocean, your shame follows us. He loves men. And now look what ideas Sam has in his head.
Your Honour, sexual orientation has nothing to do with gender dysphoria.
Yep, that will do, Mr. Chen. We'll adjourn for the day and resume tomorrow at 10.
My clerk wants to book me for a certain case of environmental terrorism. Sorry, criminal damage. But my client seems to be 15 years old.
Yeah, it's Lydia who's in trouble, not Callum.
The kid? So she's a chip off the old block?
Yeah, Callum's delighted.
I meant you.
Sorry. I'm just checking in. Is everything okay?
It's Helena you should worry about. She's pacing around the office talking to herself and hyperventilating. I think I pushed her over the edge.
No, Helena's just never briefed a senior counsel before, that's all.
Sorry, I have to go.
Don't worry, she's brilliant.
Can I help you?
Did you get something?
Yes. I forgot to ask. Which one are you? You Chatterjee or Chatterjee?
Chatterjee? Look, I've been talking through...
No, I get it. You found a way to keep doing your bleeding heart cases downstairs while your career heads upstairs.
No, that's not the way it is at all. Well, yes, it is. Yeah. That's exactly how it is.
Does Whitley know?
Of course not. He already thinks I'm flaky.
Is that Eric Whitley? That's his car. According to what's in the glove box, anyway. He's coming down here to pick it up.
Now?
Shit, quickly, get inside.
Go. After you.
Fancy grabbing a bowl of pasta?
Not tonight, thank you.
All right, then. Japanese.
Eric.
What? Well, I don't understand the problem. I am a free man, unencumbered.
Yes, and I'm very happy for you. But you can't just presume that I'm going to automatically be there for you whenever you want.
I don't think I presume.
I'm your bit on the side. That's the way it's always been. I don't want things to turn domestic. Is that so complicated?
No, I suppose not.
Good night, Mr. Whitley.
Good night, Miss Rosso.
How much of your attention is Knox Chambers going to get? Would you like to put a percentage on that?
Nothing less than 100%.
That's not Lydia. No. She's
old enough to be charged with criminal damage.
Coast is clear.
The prosecution will, of course, argue intent based on Lydia's association with the protesters and her activist pedigree. I have outlined a number of defence strategies and precedents, all suggestions, of course, and a number of alternative arguments as to why Lydia was in the cabin of the front-end loader. Was it for the view, perhaps to stay warm, or was it mere curiosity? And, for all we know, the driver left the handbrake off, which endangered everyone at the protest. Curiosity is not a crime, but it could have killed Lydia.
That's good.
Thank you.
Great work, Helena. I like the signature bounce off the back foot. You've obviously had impeccable training.
I have. I will collate it all, tie it with a ribbon, and send it upstairs.
This could even be winnable.
So no teardrop tattoo.
It definitely takes after you. Scusa.
They are a dynamite combination. Lewis is brilliant, Helena is brilliant, and she loves you to bits. You should feel really confident.
I am.
If there's anything else you want to tell me.
I left my jacket.
Lydia.
Great news. Oh, hey, Josie. Just had to show Lydia this, okay? You will not believe the response. It is amazing. Look at this crowdfunding campaign to raise money for the legal costs. Huh? Check it out. People power at work. Listen, read this, read this.
You're right on track. You're making it about Sam. You're making it about how the parents won't let her be her real self. Keep that father under cross-examination tomorrow. The more he says, the better.
I still don't get why you're not acting for Sam yourself.
It looks better coming from someone like you.
Someone like me.
Yes, someone with kids, someone warm, someone mumsy.
Oh, I'm mumsy.
You're a mother. You're on the mumsy scale. You're on the spectrum. Whereas me, no kids, no credentials.
What's with you and the judge?
It's safe to say there's history.
Because?
Because things might have got a little untidy at Judge Driscoll's farewell.
Untidy?
Like I said, I'm not sure. Some of that night is blurry. I remember we were talking and I was in a very agreeable mood.
Agreeable?
Gloria might have been a little tipsy and perhaps she mistook my general friendliness as flirting.
You hit on a judge?
Not intentionally. It's more of a misunderstanding. But how do I explain the lack of follow-through? Do I say, Gloria, I wasn't flirting? And then what? I insult her? Am I saying you're not worthy of flirting with? You know, you see my dilemma.
Just let her live in hope, at least until this case is over.
Yeah. And then what?
After that, you're on your own.
Can I get a lift? This can't get bent.
That art project was due 2 days ago.
Yeah, thanks for the reminder, Mum.
That's why you went on the protest with Dad.
I needed more time. It's a major work, and Mrs. Feeney wouldn't give me an extension.
Who's Mitch?
You saw my phone?
Was he the driver of the front end loader?
He was hot, wearing a flannelette shirt. Don't tell Dad, he thinks I did it for the environment.
So he invited her up into the cabin.
He did?
And he's over 18, an adult.
19 years old.
Good, that'll play well in court.
Mm.
And do we know what happened in the cabin of the bulldozer?
Nothing criminal.
Thank God.
That smart-ass chick from the insurance company wants to see you.
I actually came here to get my car washed.
We're full.
But while I'm here, I wanted to raise a hypothetical situation.
Go ahead.
Let's say, hypothetically, I came across new information and that shed light on a fundamental aspect of this case.
And that aspect would be?
Another reason the front-end loader old.
We're listening.
Let's say I raised this information with my boss and was asked to ignore it. Ethically, I can't share this information with you.
And what information are we talking about?
I can't share that specifically, but I have a great deal of photographic information. If your own investigator, Mr. Albright, is half as good as he thinks he is, he would be way ahead of me. Hope I don't see you in court.
I like that girl. She has a lot of integrity. Among other attributes. What's that machinery?
It's some kind of pump.
Like a water pump? What would they be doing with a water pump?
No one's likely to cough up to us.
Except maybe one person.
Mitch Winters.
Winters.
Who's he?
He's the hot guy from the cabin.
Not supposed to talk to anyone. I'm in enough trouble as it is.
Oh, that's not very friendly, Mitch. It's about this pump. The one that's disappeared now.
I don't know anything, man. I'm just trying to keep my head down.
Hey, 5 minutes, and I'm out of here. Otherwise, we could talk about this.
Where'd you get that?
Wrong question. What you should ask is how you can make it go away.
We began treatment with leprorelin to suppress the onset of male puberty.
And what would you expect to happen to Sam if she were to stop taking the Luprolin?
Puberty would start, her testosterone levels would rise, her voice would break.
And what effect do you anticipate this would have on Sam?
It would be devastating. Once her voice breaks, it will be irreversible.
Did Sam ever mention suicide to you, Dr. Christo?
Indirectly, yes. I'm sorry, I wasn't aware Sam would be here.
That's all right, Doctor.
During one session, I asked Sam what her life would be like if it wasn't possible to live as a girl. She told me her life would be, and I'm quoting, very unhappy and very short.
So, you feared for Sam's well-being?
Yes.
And yet at no point did you contact Sam's parents?
I was dealing with her uncle, her legal guardian.
Didn't Sam's parents have a right to know if, as you say, their child was suicidal?
That wasn't my decision.
No, it wasn't.
Mr. Chen, do you understand that in this case, it will be up to the court to decide what's best for Sam, even if that goes against your wishes?
But I am Sam's father.
So do you accept the authority of this court or not?
Your Honour, relevance?
I'd like to know, Mr. Edgeworth.
I know what is best for my son.
Based on your personal values?
Based on what I think is right.
Mm-hmm. That's all, Your Honour.
Your Honour, if I can just clarify something with my witness.
Go ahead.
Mr. Chen, so the court has a better picture of your personal values, could you tell us the circumstances that led to your leaving China?
My brother shamed the family. Zhao was caught with another boy from our town, and our father threw him out of the house. And Zhao had to report to a clinic to treat his sickness. And they gave him electric shocks.
Now, you both fled China to Malaysia, where you supported Zhao and gave him a job in your business.
Yes.
But you didn't have to leave China. So why did you go?
To protect Zhao. I love my brother. I couldn't let them do those things to him. So we had to leave, and we brought Zhao with us.
So you didn't approve of your brother, but you didn't try to change him. Instead, you sacrificed your happy life in your homeland.
Because nothing is more important than family.
I don't. I've changed my mind. I don't want to do this.
I'm sorry, Your Honour.
We're close enough to lunch. Go after your client.
Thank you, Your Honour. Sam? Sam?
I don't want to do this anymore.
I know it's distressing, but we're nearly done. We're nearly finished. Sam, your mum's here.
Sam?
Go away, please.
Sam, I just want to see you. Make sure you're all right. Please.
Show your mum your arm.
Shambu, I'm sorry. Let me speak to my husband.
Sam, can I have a word? Get some lunch and take some time to think this through.
I won't change my mind.
See you back in the courtroom.
Do we still have a case?
By the skin of our teeth, if my mum's instincts are right. I don't have long. Car park long.
Stationery's on the shopping list.
Okay, what am I looking at?
Planning documents from the development site. Johnny followed up on the tip-off from the insurance company.
With the hot guy from the development site.
Oh, darling. Then I went to the Department of Planning and requested the paperwork. There are at least 5 breaches of the terms of the planning order in here.
Yeah, the water table issue alone could have stalled the development, perhaps even stop it.
That's Laurie Trenchman. I think you should sit in.
No, Helena, he's all yours. But don't forget,
A little bit of Latin goes a long way.
Luce lux vestra, let your light shine.
None of this has anything to do with little Missy here. Totaling my car.
Well, it does if the front-end loader was parked on unstable
That's not why
land.
it rolled.
Well, I put it to you, it is why it rolled. I have your foreman's interim report in which he expresses his concerns about both the site management and building construction. All I have to do is write a letter enclosing this report and asking for a nolle prosequi.
In English?
Unless you drop all the charges, we'll kick your ass.
Yes.
Yes.
Sure about this?
Sam gives me no choice.
Sam?
She wants us to withdraw.
All rise. Court is now in session.
Your Honour, if I may.
Wait a minute.
What did you do?
I apologise, Your Honour. Mrs. Chen has requested to be recalled. I've advised her against this, but she's given me very clear instructions.
I have no objection to that, Your Honour.
Miss Newton?
Of course, no objection.
In this box are things I kept for Sam. Things to remember his childhood and us, where he come from. I brought them with me to Australia to give to him because I'm sorry. Because I thought I'd never see him again. They are a trinket, keepsake, and drawings. Drawings he used to do when he was little boy, when we lived home in China. Drawings I should have burned, but I couldn't. They're beautiful.
May I?
There you are.
Sam did want to dress up in girl clothes, always. He very upset when he have to dress like boy.
Could you tell me what this says?
Shanmu, that's Sam's name. And 我小的时候, when I am girl. He used to say that he was a caterpillar and that he have to stay hiding. But one day he would be a butterfly. And now he is. She is.
A beautiful motorcar. A proper motorcar.
That it is. Wish it was mine.
One day, eh?
One day.
So, balancing the wishes of the child against the lack of parents' consent, I make the final order that the child, Sam Chen, is authorised to continue stage 1 hormone treatment. I make an order that Sam's uncle, Chao Chen, shall have sole parental responsibility for the child's medical treatment related to gender dysphoria. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Was that a win?
Sam gets to keep being herself
For now?
and loses her family.
You don't feel like sugarcoating that?
You're a big girl.
My work here is done.
Johnny, there is always more work.
If you had a car, I'd wash it.
That is the loveliest thing anyone has said to me in quite some time. Good night, Johnny. And thank you.
How'd you go? She was triumphant. Good work.
Hold the lift for me, Lewis.
I meant to ask the car wash downstairs. Did they do a good job? Fine. I might give them a whirl.
Good night.
Night.
So you're not going to tell Whitley?
Why would I? I get the blame.
Well, you could plead ignorance.
Nah, this way I keep the upper hand. As long as I get first dibs on that legal brain of yours.
Yeah, for what it's worth.
Oh, I'd say it's worth quite a lot. Evening.
No need to be so formal.
Well, I just didn't want to presume.
You have a clean car. Is that right?
Immaculate.
Yeah. Well, you and I could go for a drive.
We do.
Anywhere you want.
Oh.
Oh, hey. The Possums of Parkvale thank you. Cheers.
You have to come clean. Tell him.
Dad, I just wanted to talk to you.
So proud of you. You know that? So proud of you. You did a really good thing. That could be the start of something amazing. You know?
I couldn't tell him, Mum. He's way too happy.
And from that moment until the next morning when you woke up, you can't remember a thing.
First date.
Don't worry, I'm a tight unit, minimalist. You'll hardly notice me.
You can't roam around here in your socks. It's undignified.
There's no more old clients. We've sorted them all out.
My dad needs a lawyer.
Great.
There's no way I'm going back to live with that mob of ratbags.
He really needs to win.
You're the only barrister I know who'll do it for free.
Oh, thanks. But I've got a murder trial.
You had one job! One job!
I was going out with Cal, and he made a commitment. Some men can't manage that for a weekend.
What would make you go back to a former partner?
I might go back for the kids.
Not because you loved him,